Opening up UFC 285, we have a new fight. Esteban Ribovics was already on this card. He lost his opponent, so Loik Radzhabov stepped up. So 2 official UFC debuts opening up the UFC 285 fight card. Loik Radzhabov is 16-4 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He is making
pressure's getting to you. The pressure
his
of 285.
official UFC debut. Esteban Ribovics is 11-0 overall. He is undefeated in his career, coming off an impressive Contender Series knockout. Loik Radzhabov is a nonstop wrestler. He's got impressive throws, powerful hands. His striking can be sloppy, but he has no issues coming forward and just absolutely bombing away. He does have some solid takedowns, but he can also be taken down as well. Thankfully, he's got a ton of cardio and can push a pace for an entire 15 minutes. He's taking on Esteban Ribovics. He's an impressive striker. He's got some very sneaky power because his shots are really tight. They're short. They're accurate. And he's got that high, tight guard, and he'll just work in super small shots that will absolutely get it done. He also has his own takedowns. He also has some solid BJJ. This is a really tricky fight. These odds seem a little crazy to me. I don't know why Loik... What are you doing? Why are you sitting like that?
Well, because you said something that was absolutely not true. So go ahead.
Okay, I guess we'll get to it.
Well, hopefully you leave the attitude behind when we do get to it.
The odds are a bit surprising. I get it. Loik, he's got the higher level of experience. He's had some tougher fights, some tougher opponents. He comes out there aggressive, winging away, trying to make stuff happen. Should probably win this fight, but minus 250 seems a bit crazy because Esteban is a dangerous guy. He's got that sneaky power in his hands. He does have some takedowns and some solid BJJ when he wants to. He'll shoot a clean double or work an upper body trip and then try to snatch something up. He's always looking for a finish. These guys are absolutely going to go at it. They're absolutely going to bomb away. I think Loik, the wrestling, the cardio, that pressure. He does have cardio. You're going to laugh at it. I watched all of his fights, 15 full effing minutes of just pushing a pace. Okay, tell whatever stupid-ass story you want to tell. Anyway, I think Loik's pressure, cardio, and nonstop wrestling are going to be the difference here, but I wouldn't lay money on 2 UFC debuts like this that are just, who the hell knows what's going to happen here. Jakey boy, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, your whole breakdown is pretty spot on, except for the reason that I feel bad about Loik in this matchup is because of his cardio. Like, he's not a guy that gets tired and quits. I will give you that. He will still keep moving forward. Yeah, he will still keep moving forward, but he does get very, very tired very, very quickly because everything he does is, like, just so explosive. 100%. Angelo mentioned the big tosses. If he gets you in a body lock, it is like a suplex across the octagon. He's a powerful guy with the hands, not super technical. But the second he gets tired, he just is like, he is moving forward, but his hands are at his hips, and he is just zombieing forward, and he can try to get takedowns after that. But when you are putting your hands down, when you are tired after the first round of a fight against a guy like Esteban, that is disaster waiting to happen because you cannot just move forward against a guy like him with your hands down because he will just snipe you. The power in this guy's hands is remarkable, and I could see a situation here where Loik, he's probably going to get some early takedowns, right? He's the more powerful guy. He's the more experienced guy, as Angel mentioned as well. He's probably going to get some takedowns early. I don't think he can find a finish because he's not really a finisher on the ground. I know he has finishes and stuff, but when you watch him on the ground, he almost tries to do too much and loses positions a lot. People get back to their feet. I think Esteban can survive. And if he does survive the first round, I think that this fight is going to turn very, very quickly. Loik, hands down, forcing shots, and maybe he can get those. Angelo trusts him a little bit more than I do, but forcing the shots and Esteban right there with all the shots if he's not tired himself because UFC debuts, sometimes it gets weird. So I agree. These odds are absolutely insane. I would not put anything on Loik at that money. I don't trust him. I think he's going to be my pick. I'm about 50-50 on this, to be honest with you, but the value might be an Esteban, like a second, third round finish, something like that, where Loik could get tired, hands down. The chin will be there, but we'll see. This will be a fun fight to start the card.
100% will, and you're right. Like his hands go down, he gets sloppy, but he doesn't stop.
No,
so to me,
he's not a quitter. That was one of my
biggest.
That was one of my biggest parts too. There's people that get tired and quit, and we'll talk about one person like that later. That I absolutely love that pick. But there's other people that you can tell they're tired, but they're not going to quit. They're not going to give up. And I agree. He doesn't give up, but he just all his technique goes out the fucking all the way out the
Correct.
window.
But and that was my point. Was my exact words right here on this script good cardio to push a pace for a full 15 minutes. He will keep coming. He will keep bombing, and he will keep trying to win that fight.
Yeah.
To your point, it may expose him, put him in harm's way when he doesn't need to be. Did I show the stats? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Doesn't put him in harm's way when he doesn't need to be. But yeah, I agree. I'm not going to spend any money on this fight. This is one of the easier betting cards we have had in a while. You and I have been just navigating minefields, somehow being up units every single week on some of these weird trash cards with some big upsets. I don't know why I would risk money on a card like this when there's like 4 or 5 people that we're all almost 100% certain are going to win.
Right.
So
you said card like this, but you meant the fight like this fight.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, no, this card's an easy betting card, but don't touch this fight. I don't know why you would do that. There is line movement. He's becoming an even larger favorite, open at minus 250 so far, all the way moved to minus 270. Now it's just been a few days of line there, and no DraftKings value just yet. We'll see what that looks like towards the end of the week. I do think there's a finish in this fight, so depending on what that pricing looks like, you may want one of these guys in your lineup. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I 100% agree, and I think does not
I can't
go
hear
the
a word you're
distance.
saying.
Why?
Are you muted?
No, it was working on my end.
Oh, now it's going.
Yeah, I think you were lagging, like I was saying. But like I said, I think the value on this is fight does not go to distance. I think it's only like minus 160 or something like that. So I think that's the value for this play.
Yeah, and some props are starting to drop here. Make sure if you're a premium member, you have linked your Discord so that when we jump on props and we pick up bets along the way, you get those alerts immediately to your phone. If you link your Discord, which is free,
we might play some live right now.
You'll get the alerts on your phone so you don't have to miss out on anything. And we do have a $20 super chat from Doug Burdick. Boys, just wanted to say thank you for your content and site. I joined 3 weeks ago, and it's no coincidence. 3 straight weeks of profit in DFS and betting. Love the new addition to the site. Doug, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You didn't even need to send the $20. The sentiment alone was amazing. So very, very appreciated. Glad you're profiting. And I just highlight that you mentioned DFS. We focus so much on the betting here, and a large portion of our audience wants to spend the $10 on premium and then pay off their car, pay their mortgage. And the reality is it's betting. And yes, we're up units every week, but that's just that. Betting is you can't be betting with money that you need to feed your kids. The DFS side, we don't really talk about that much, but we have had the best DraftKings ownership numbers in this space the last couple of events. Like objectively, period, end of story. You could be paying for your $100 Roto Grinders membership, and you're not going to get better numbers than we have because we make all of our own. The same data kid we got behind the scenes that is bringing you the advanced stats and the fight metrics is doing our ownership projections. So thank you very much for that super chat.